Welcome to Franchise Empires.
Love to also hear about, you just given you've been a franchisee, you were a franchisee for a number of years. I've had a few other folks, one who comes to mind is Jamie Weeks, who owned I think he still owns it. I got to catch up with him. He owns like the 140 Orange Theories, 60 Dogtopias, and now he started his own franchise concept. And, he made a lot of changes in the structure of his franchise agreements that were a bit more franchisee friendly as far as like territories and things of that nature. But it all came from his experience as a franchisee where he thought, hey, like I always wished they did this a little better. So he's trying to now kind of pay it forward to his franchisees. So yeah, curious if you have anything similar of like ways you're attacking this and building it from the ground up, that are taken specifically from your experience as a franchisee.
Yeah, there's a number of things that we've done, and again, I would call it just a very a franchisee focused system. One of the things is we're very much operators of the business, and we're opening lots of locations from an owned and operated perspective, and I think that's really important, to stay relevant in the space, to know the trials of how it is to operate, to know the trials of opening a park, and be tied equally with franchise partners on how to reduce the cost and reduce the friction on how to actually, run and open, these locations. And I also think it's very important for us to test different concepts. We're working on a 71,000 square foot location right now. We're working on locations with a little bit different attraction mix. We're working on a little bit better food and beverage in a particular location, but those are things that we should prove the model before selling it to somebody else. And so that's one of the reasons why we waited to franchise until we had 20 months worth of data on our business, because we wanted to make sure that the concept was doing quite well. Another thing that was a frustration for me is as I grew in my franchise system, I scaled up my team. So I ended up relying a little bit less on the franchisor as I got larger, but my royalty stayed the same, over time. And so what we've, come up with is a tiered down royalty program that as a franchisee grows with us, both the number of units as well as total sales, that their royalties could drop on future locations. So those are some of the things. Territory sizes, of course, is a concern. Our territory sizes are significantly larger than our competitors at this point in time. So I think that's very important. And then I also think just having, whether it's a franchise advisory council type of mindset from the beginning, that having conversations with those operators on a very regular basis on different areas that the franchisor can help improve for the entire system is super important.
Yeah, no, that's it's really awesome to hear, especially I love the kind of royalty, I don't want to call it a discount, but just that option where it can be a lower amount, because that's a common thing I hear from franchisees where, if it's a flat rate across the system, typically what ends up happening is the franchisees who perform the best subsidize the underperformers, and it's good to kind of have a way where they get maybe a little bit of a reward instead for their performance. So that's cool to hear. Look, this has been super interesting to learn more about the business model. I'm glad we got to hear it directly from you.